Bro, I swear, Elgato does this to me on a regular basis, bro. I don't know what I did to it. It's just doing it. All right. Yo, no cap, what's up? I'm trying to see where. I really do still want to check out that other video though. Just chilling. Nice. Yeah, I finally beat God of War today. Well, Valhalla, and I'm not doing another round of Valhalla. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm not fighting Tyr anymore. I cannot fight Tyr, bro. In 1 second, I'm gonna have to go to YouTube because I literally have not played Arkham City in like I don't know how long. I need to get out of here. I need to hold up. Oh, it was the freaking City Jammer. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad. I forgot. I know that a lot of people are gonna be very, very upset. I'm actually glad that they shut down Last of Us Online. Reason. I'm glad they shut it down because for one, they can actually focus on dropping more heat. They can focus on dropping more heat. Oh, okay. No, wrong way. Go back this way. Go back this way. But yeah, people are gonna be upset. I'm actually glad that they decided to get rid of factions too. Yo, Maddie, what's good? Yeah, for factions, I'm glad they got rid of it. Just because, for one, or cancel it because, yeah, as soon as Bungie got involved, I was like, nah. It's under here? Oh, and by the way, chat, also, let me know, because I still want to debunk another video that I found real quick. I still need to debunk a few more videos. There's a video that I found where I still where I want to debunk it. Because people are still up in arms still. And on top of that, debunking a video is actually really fun. Actually, you know, let's go ahead and do that right now, actually. Because, like, I'm hella lost. Alright, let's go ahead and do this right now. Alright, so let's see the whole entire... What video is this? So can you play Web of Shadows? That's because I still didn't play it. I never played Web of Shadows either. I have not played Web of Shadows either. I saw a gameplay of Web of Shadows. There's a way I can play it on my PC, but I'll risk probably crashing it. I want to look at more of this real quick because this is actually interesting. This is actually a really interesting this is actually really interesting because, like, I've been wanting to debunk so many other videos. Because, like, I was looking at one. Hold on a minute. There was one that I found either this morning or like last night. Nah, that's too crazy. Okay, here it is, pixelated. All right, here it is. Okay, we got pixelated. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to check out.
Spider-Man 2 has come out. People have been speculating what Spider-Man 3 and the future of this Spider-Man franchise is going
This is the one that I always like. This is like I like his videos a lot.
to be like. I really enjoyed the game, had a ton of fun with it. Really like what they did with the characters and how they advanced their stories. But one of the biggest question marks has been that ending. And so this is going to be full spoiler territory.
Yeah.
So if you haven't played it and you're worried about spoilers, don't listen or watch this video because I'm going to spoil things. Okay, so at the end of the game, it appears that Peter retires and that Miles kind of takes over for Peter and that he is going to be
Well, I mean, he's not retiring. He's taking a break, but
Spider-Man while Peter tries to figure out his life a little bit. And initially, this didn't really bother me, that I was just like, oh yeah, he's gonna retire and take it easy for a little bit. And then they'll probably have Miles Morales 2, where you'll play as Miles training Silk, and they'll have some sort of villain. And then you have Spider-Man 3, where Green Goblin enters in, and Peter will be back as Spider-Man. But Insomniac has said some things recently that make me nervous, that as an OG Spider-Man fan, I am not loving the language that they're using, and so I kind of wanted to dive into it and share my thoughts on it, and essentially share my thoughts on this whole idea that Miles is actually now the Spider-Man in Insomniac's universe. So
okay.
I want to give you some negatives and some positives as to how I see this thing playing out. And I'll try to start off with the positives and then head into the negatives, where I've got a lot. It depends.
There's a lot of positives with it.
Positive. So first off, I think Miles is a great character. Yeah. I've always enjoyed his character. I was there at the very beginning when the Ultimate Comic Book swapped from Peter to Miles, and so I've been a Miles Morales fan for longer than the majority of the world.
See, and here's the thing. I didn't know about here's the thing. I knew about Miles in like 2013. So like I didn't really know who he was, but all I saw was like new Spider-Man. I was like, okay, who's this? I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I like the character. I was like, okay, cool. This is interesting. This is an interesting twist. Because the thing is, like, the video that I was watching about Miles, it was really strange. Because like the first thing that I saw was in this universe, Peter died, and I was like, huh? After I got more like very interested, I was like, okay, oh, so this is okay. I was like, okay, cool.
So I've always enjoyed the character. I think he has a lot more to
not the Peter dying part, but like the most interesting part was like, oh, so new Spider-Man.
For a lot of great stories that they can use, and to see them pursue him more is exciting for me, because I just think more variety the better, and a lot of his stories are stories that people don't know or haven't read before, and so there's a lot of potential there. The second thing I like is that I really wanted a Miles 2 game, and so it seems like they're heading in that direction, and that gets me excited. I think, great, let's expand the franchise, let's do more, let's have this Marvel world in Insomniac grow and be bigger, and so that's great. And thirdly, I think he's got a lot of lessons to learn, and it is cool to see this whole Miles-Peter relationship. And I do at some point feel like Peter will die, and so it feels inevitable to me that Miles will take the mantle at some stage, at some point. I don't know when that is, but pretty much since they've introduced Miles, I've assumed that at some point Peter will die. So it's not really that shocking. I think that story can be done really well.
I don't think Peter's gonna die. I'm sorry. I don't see Peter dying. I don't see Peter dying just due to the simple fact of massive spoilers. By the way, massive spoilers. By the way, it's kind of hard to come up with comic stories for Peter at the moment, but at least story-wise, it's kind of hard to come up with anything in the comic for Peter. They're trying to make Miles his own. Well, they're trying to make Miles they're trying to make Miles his own Spider-Man right now, which I like. Which, by the way, I'm still on that Carnage thing. But anyways,
And in some ways, it gets me excited to know they're still going to be using this Miles character pretty heavily. But that's about it for the positives that I feel way more negatives. Firstly, just as a original Spider-Man fan, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Like, I love Batman Beyond,
Yeah.
but Bruce Wayne is still Batman. So, like, Batman Beyond is great. I
Okay.
really love the character. But if they were to replace Bruce Wayne with Terry McGinnis, I would feel weird about it. It's just a different vibe.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now that makes sense. You can like Batman Beyond. You can like both of them. That makes sense.
Especially if Bruce Wayne was still young and around and could have been Batman. It's just a very weird thing where you're like, Bruce Wayne would never quit being Batman if he could keep being Batman. That's just such a core part of his character that he would never leave.
And that's the reason why Batman Beyond is so that's the reason why Batman Beyond is very interesting. Because Bruce is old in that Bruce is old in Batman Beyond, right? Terry happened to find out that Bruce was Batman, and Bruce allowed Terry to be Batman Beyond, or to be Batman. So technically speaking, in other words, I'm not seeing an issue here.
Even the same thing for Peter.
Yo, what's
is
going
I
on?
feel like his great power with great responsibility does not let him retire. It doesn't let him quit. And there are times in the comic books he's tried to, but the core part of his character is that great power comes with great responsibility. That he has power, and so he has a responsibility to save the people he loves, the people he cares about, the city he's in. That's his responsibility. That his responsibility isn't just to do his time and then retire. That Uncle Ben shaped him to such an extent that he feels this deep desire to always be Spider-Man as long as he can be Spider-Man. And for him to just retire and give the reins to Miles, even though he could keep being Spider-Man, feels unauthentic to the character and the core of the character. And I think that's why it bothers me so much. The second thing that bothers me is, as great as Miles is, he's not Peter. That I enjoy Miles as a character. I enjoyed his standalone game. I've enjoyed his comics. I enjoyed
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay,
the
let's
Into
listen
the
this out.
Spider-Verse movies, but he's not Peter. And to be honest, Insomniac's Miles Morales is a lot more boring of a character than, say, the Spider-Verse rendition.
Now that I can actually say I actually agree with, because Across the Spider-Verse Miles is hands down interesting. But as for the hold on a minute, let's go back.
He's not Peter. That I enjoy Miles as a character. I enjoyed his standalone. Bothers me so he could keep being Spider-Man.
The thing is, for the fact that a lot of people don't know this, Peter supports my. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard for me to say without like actually going into details on it. But Miles, in a sense, Peter knows that Miles is capable enough with, or well, technically with him and without him.
Feels unauthentic to the character and the core of the character. And I think that's why it bothers me so much. The second thing that bothers me is, as great as Miles is, he's not Peter. That I enjoy Miles
But
as
I
a
do
character.
know that.
I enjoyed his standalone game. I've enjoyed his comics. I enjoyed the Into the Spider-Verse movies, but he's not Peter. And to be honest, Insomniac's Miles Morales is a lot more boring of a character than, say, the Spider-Verse rendition. And yes, I read the original comic book. The original this is more in line actually with what Miles Morales as a character was actually like in the comic book.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's better. That he just isn't as gravitating as he's actually honestly kind of boring. That I don't find his character that interesting in the game. That for them to then say, "Oh yeah, this is the Spider-Man now moving forward," I just don't get excited for that at all, to be honest. That I'm like, dang, because I really feel like you've done a great job with Peter, and Miles is still a character that I'm learning to like in this universe. That I like him based on the media I have around me, not necessarily based on what Insomniac has actually done with that character. And so to think about that just makes me nervous, because I don't care. And to be honest, it makes me nervous for Spider-Man 3, where I'm like, okay, I assume that something is going to happen where Peter's going to have to come out of retirement. But
That's the thing, is that Peter's not retired. He's on break still. But if they really do want to make Miles like the main one, introduce Mayday. Introduce Mayday Parker. Have Peter and MJ have a kid, which goes back to this. Which goes back to what I can't think of the freaking hold on a minute. Let's see if I can find it. Which goes back to the DLC, actually. That can come full circle, actually. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm getting tired of playing Arkham Knight. I actually do want to show you guys this though. Miguel or Terry? In terms of strength wise, Miguel. Hold up. And I can go back to the Heist DLC where MJ flat out said, let me see if I can find it. Okay, right here. The best way for them to have Peter retire is to introduce Mayday, and this can go along with for the fact that there's this dialogue right here from the first game.
No.
Do you think she survived?
I don't know. I mean, anything's possible.
Back in Spider-Man PS4. Listen to this. This is the only way this is the only logical way for, well, there's a lot of logical ways, but I don't feel like they're going to kill off Peter because a lot of people are jumping to conclusions. Listen to this dialogue real quick. They mentioned, MJ mentioned Mayday. Well, she didn't technically mention Mayday, but it was kind of, it's a little bit, and to me, it's probably foreshadowed.
So, how's it feel to not be a dad? No, I'm serious.
Honestly, I'm kind of relieved. Yeah, I've got a lot going on, you know.
Yeah, you do. But I think you're gonna be an amazing dad someday. At the right time.
It can come back full circle. It's a full circle moment. Specifically in Marvel's Spider-Man 3, you're going to be a great dad. Exactly. That goes back to that whole entire, that goes back to that. And then boom, you can have Miles the main Spider-Man because Peter is going to be busy with MJ and Mayday. But in my opinion though, and at least this is how I think it should happen. Have Peter and MJ, well, have Peter and MJ keep it a secret, or at least have Peter and MJ keep Mayday a secret from Miles, and then after the Goblin boss fight, they surprise him. Peter surprised him with saying, I was going to tell you, but with the Goblin fight and with us, like after a Goblin fight, that could be a surprise. And then pretty much Miles gonna be like, okay. And after that, Peter's gonna be like, thank you. I've taught you well. He's gonna be with his family, making Miles and still take care of the city. Pretty much then having Miles as Spider-Man and Silk take control, or at least like go out and try to protect the city. Easy work. Easy. I'm a genius. And on top of that, a lot of you guys don't know the DLC for everything here. This, I think, yeah, this is Hammerhead DLC. All this Hammerhead and Black Cat base. This all connects with Yuri being back. The DLC connects, so I can see this last part of DLC being foreshadowed. So technically speaking, easy. And then like, yeah, and then like the Wolverine like 2, then Wolverine like 2, the when they move into the mansion because seeing 3 spider people and Mayday Swinger, bro, Silk Miles and Mayday Swinger, bro, that would be so heat, especially if we get introduced to the mansion.
But if it turns out that it's Miles fighting the Green Goblin, that will be a major disappointment. That that would feel like such a wasted opportunity, because we've been building to this and building to Peter facing off with Norman and obviously Doc Ock again to some extent. And for it to be Miles instead of Peter would be weird. I still assume they're not going to do that. I assume something will happen in the third game where Peter needs to come back.
Miles is going to fight the Green Goblin first, then in the final boss, Peter and Miles will fight the Green Goblin together. I can see that. I can see that happening, but I can also see them pulling a lot of stuff from Superior. I can see them pulling like some stuff from Superior Spider-Man where you have the Goblin Nation come into play. And the thing, there's a problem though right there, because Goblin, and here's the thing, Goblin is a Peter villain, yes, but if you really think about it, Goblin's not just a Peter villain. Goblin is also a Miles villain. Because think about it, Norman said the Spider-Men. He didn't say Spider-Man. And on top of that, why would they be setting up Goblin? And why would they have, and on top of that, another thing is for the fact that, does anybody know that Miles's electricity is very useful against Goblin's glider? It's very useful against all of Goblin's tech. And as well as Otto's neural interface if they want to go that route. If they want to, they could have Og take over Harry's body. And I just thought, wait, hold up. I just thought about this just now. 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 I just thought about this. Like, just now. If Og takes over Harry's body and gets the arm and gets his arms, he could be this version of the character. Oh, that's heat. That's heat. He could be this version of Og with the arms and him walking around and stuff. Because here's the thing. Peter's villains don't want to kill him. They want to see him suffer, right? Og specifically wants to see him suffer. Harry's body. Harry's in a coma. Swap brains. Give him the neural interface and stuff. Give him the neural interface. Have this version of the character. It could work. It could actually work.
You think this place isn't protected by shield tech?
It could work. It could work. It could work.
Whether Doc Ock turns into Superior Spider-Man, takes over Miles' body, and so Peter has to come out of retirement to help Miles get his body back, and also defeat Green Goblin. That's possible. Maybe it's just that Miles can't take on the Green Goblin alone. Something will happen that's the Spider-Man needs to come out of retirement, I assume, at least. And then kind of the third thing is I just don't, and the longer I sit with the second game, the more this kind of bothers me. It was nice to be able to have both Spider-Man in the game.
But yeah, 100%. Miles is gonna fight Goblin. I can see Miles fighting Goblin first, and then both Pete and Miles fight Goblin together. Because that would be a nod, things that they are taking a lot of Ultimate stuff. They take a lot of stuff from the Ultimate runs and a lot of other stuff. Yes, I agree. Because a lot of people really do want all that to happen. I really do want to see both fight because that happened before. So people are on copium right now.
But I felt more and more that Spider-Man 2 should have been Peter Parker's sequel, not a mix between the two. And whenever I was Miles, I just wanted to go back to Peter. And so that's kind of the hard thing, is when you're playing as a Miles Morales solo game, you're having a good time, you're stuck as Miles, you're enjoying that Peter's interacting in the universe. That's how I feel like the Spider-Man mainline game should have been, where it's still Peter's story, but Miles shows up. And I actually think the only time we should have played as Miles was when Miles and Peter fought. That should have been the only time we switched, and it would have been a cool moment where you switch to Miles and have to fight Peter.
That would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been very interesting. That would have been very interesting if we were but then after that we wouldn't know where Miles is at that point though. Like we would just be stuck playing Peter and we wouldn't even know how to get into the base.
And outside of that, I wish it was more like the Miles Morales game, where Miles exists, he's in the story, he's showing up, you get to fight with him, you get to see him around New York City, but you just play solely as Peter for the majority of the game. And the more I think about it, the more I didn't like the switching back and forth, the more I didn't like sometimes Peter jobbing for Miles, where a lot of times Miles seemed to be a better Spider-Man than Peter, which is ridiculous and not accurate to the comic books, not accurate to whatever. They're both great Spider-Man, but he's way more inexperienced, especially right now. And I don't love that aspect that Miles can just be Miles and fight Venom and do whatever, but Peter needs an anti-Venom suit in order to... those parts bother me as a Spider-Man fan.
I mean, with the anti-Venom coming into play, I can see how that comes into play, but, like, I'm not gonna lie. The anti-Venom suit should have went to Harry, or at least transferred it over to Harry, I'm not gonna lie, and it should have... Here's the thing with Venom for me, as much as I really do like that Harry's the host, that has nothing to do with Harry being the host at all. I just felt like Kraven would have been interesting just to have, like, his whole entire faction just be, just to have his whole entire group be symbiotic hunters. And then if Harry had like residual, like if Harry had like a little bit of symbiote like in him that was still in his body, he became anti-Venom. I would have loved that.
I worry they're going to continue doing that.
Because Harry would have been alive still, and he would have been able to help.
Miles is really trendy right now, because Into the Spider-Verse is so huge. But again, this Miles is so much more boring than the Into the Spider-Verse Miles. He's got way less personality, and I just think that as a character, he hasn't earned the right yet to take that mantle. That this character they've given me, I like a lot, and I would love him to have his own games and appear in games. But for him to replace Peter Parker as the Spider-Man in this universe, I just don't feel like he's earned that yet. That he hasn't earned that from fans. He hasn't earned that from me. He hasn't earned that in the story yet, where his character isn't interesting enough to take this mantle fully on by himself yet. And I know...
Okay, whatever. I had a feeling in Marvel Spider-Man 3, Peter's gonna give Harry the anti-venom suit. I can see that.
That might be nitpicky and silly, and because I'm an OG...
I can see that.
Spider-Man fan, you're like, times change, and I get it. I just think that just like how Bruce Wayne had to hit a point where he could not physically be Batman anymore, that Terry McGinnis came in and earned the right of the Batman title and was a really interesting character, that this Miles has...
Well, technically speaking, Terry earned it, yeah, but at first, like, he flat out yanked the suit.
Hasn't done that yet. That Peter isn't at a place where he would logically and in line with his character quit being Spider-Man, that there should actually be something that happens where he literally can't be Spider-Man anymore and Miles takes over as the Spider-Man. Until then, they should just work together and continue the mentorship and build on Miles' character. And along with that, I don't think the Miles they presented yet is that interesting of a character that I want him to be the only Spider-Man. That I still, even in the Miles game, get excited when Peter shows up. And in Spider-Man 2, I was always just waiting to switch back to Peter. And so,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like this news at all. I hope that I'm right, that they just mean that for now, Miles is the Spider-Man in this universe, because obviously
That's what they mean. That's what they mean, because in Spider-Man 3, Peter's coming back. And the only way I can see, and here's the thing, I like Miles as Spider-Man, Miles as Spider-Man. I like him as Spider-Man, and I also like Peter as Spider-Man. I like them both. But if we're talking like the only logical way, instead of killing off Peter, have him and MJ have them bring in Mayday. It's the most easiest way to solve everybody's problems, and everybody won't be complaining. Actually, scratch that. People will still be complaining, still, even regardless if they did that. But still.
Peter is like semi-retiring and hanging out, but then by the third game, he will show up again and be forced out of retirement and become the Spider-Man again, and then possibly die or have something happen where he's forced to actually really retire. And so, yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm not feeling great about the news, but I want to know what you guys think. Head down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let's have a dialogue. Do you think that Miles taking over for Peter is a great idea? Did you buy Peter retiring at the end of the game, or did you feel like me, where you're like, Peter wouldn't retire? This is really out of character. Are you
Nah, I'm just saying that he's taking a break, honestly.
looking forward to a Miles Morales 2? Do you hope that Miles is the only Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3? Or do you think Peter will come out of retirement? Do you think they're going to kill Peter? How do you feel about this news in general? Maybe you like the Miles Insomniac version way more than I do. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment,
Now if we're pitting, like, here's the thing. If we're pitting Across the Spider-Verse Miles against Insomniac's Miles, I would say Insomniac Miles wins. Just based off of, like, power. Like, power-wise, they're both insanely powerful. Both have the same abilities. I would still say Insomniac's version of the. I would still say Insomniac's. I would still say Insomniac Miles wins against Across the Spider-Verse Miles. Like, if they were to, like, meet up, which I'm hoping that they do.
subscribe, all that junk, and I will see you guys in the next one.
All right, that's a good one. I haven't seen this one at all. But I am hoping that they do, though, because, like, that's going to be insane if they do. I want to try out some more theories. Wait, chat, wasn't there another one? Hold on a minute. I haven't looked at anything else. I just really want to debunk some videos. I don't know why. In free room? Bro, I had so many ideas for that. I wanted to explore the house, bro. I didn't. Ooh, hold on a minute. I want to check out Sadat's video. Ooh, hold on a minute. I want to check out Sadat's video real quick. This is new. I haven't checked this out.
We got some massive news about the future of the Arkhamverse, plus new information about DC's plans from one of the biggest.
Now I go into it like wearing the Spider-Man suit just inside the house. Bro, that would be
leakers
so
in the
heat.
industry. Where are you? Here. What did do, Direct Nation? I'm back with Super News, bringing you the latest superhero news without
This is the
wasting
one that I
your
haven't
time if you
seen.
subscribe. So if this information was valuable, hit the like button so it will reach more people. But if it
I did hear about this though. New Arkham game.
wasn't for you, change it to a dislike. It's been 8 years since the last Arkham game was released by.
And also, you guys might want to go. You guys might want to stay off of Twitter for a little bit, because I saw a leak for Suicide Squad and I'm not very pleased.
Rocksteady, and many fans were disappointed to learn that the next official entry in this series would be a live service shooter that takes place 5 years after the events of Batman Arkham Knight.
Let's just say
Most
that
fans
whenever I
got
saw it,
even
I
more
was not
depressed
very
after the
pleased.
tragic passing of Kevin Conroy, which meant that he would not be playable in his last ever performance as Batman. And while most of the people who only want to play single-player Batman games aren't going to give it a chance, many who were on the fence or not interested now are. Public opinion shifted dramatically about the game after a series of W marketing moves like a closed alpha test that seemed to win a lot of players over and announcing the fan-requested offline mode. That's good for fans of the game, but what about everybody else? Well, we also got confirmation this may not be the final game in the universe like many assumed. As you know, James Gunn was hired away from Marvel to help DC, who were struggling badly with their attempt to start their own cinematic universe to compete with Marvel. But Gunn's vision for this new DCU wasn't just focused on movies and shows. He also clearly outlined plans that would include video games that would be connected to his new universe as well. Now, obviously, movie tie-ins are generally a terrible idea, especially with Gunn wanting to have the same actors play every role across film, animation, TV, and gaming. But he at least seemed to understand this to some degree, which is why Elseworld projects like the Matt Reeves Batman and the upcoming Wonder Woman game from Monolith will be able to keep going forward without the need to be connected to a film or show. The important thing is the willingness to produce more video games featuring the IP they own, which the CEO of WB.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Batman movie ever got a game,
spoke at length about, even going so far as to tease a Superman game that would take advantage of the Superman legacy hype. But with no Kevin Conroy, a new focus on live service, plus the fact that Rocksteady's founders left the studio, it was hard to picture the universe continuing. But now we know WB has no intention of ending the series. James Gunn confirmed while answering questions on Threads their intention to keep the universe going. But what exactly did Gunn mean when he said they had plans for more Arkham universe games? Well, for that, we have to go to one of the biggest leakers in the industry, Miller Ross. Longtime fans of my channel know Miller very well. He became famous for his data mining and leaks about the Marvel's Avengers game, where he would reveal things like DLC plans and upcoming cosmetics. He was so plugged in, he was even announcing new playable heroes before the studio could. Now he's doing the same for Suicide Squad, providing a ton of information about the game through his data mining, such as new game modes and post-launch DLC characters. I've talked to Miller about this stuff, and there is a lot he knows about the game that he hasn't shared publicly because he doesn't want to spoil things too badly for the players. But since he is so knowledgeable, I was curious what his take on the James Gunn comment would be and was not disappointed. In response to the message from Gunn, Miller said we're going to have a very interesting conversation come launch. Miller here is of course talking about Rocksteady's upcoming live service looter shooter. It seems like he was saying the ending of the game's main story will be very much connected with what James Gunn said, which he clarified in his follow-up. Somebody commented about how Miller knows things, and Miller replied by saying he's actually not a fan of Gunn being this direct about this answer if the campaign ends how I think it ends, but at least the call is coming from inside the house. Basically, Miller was saying James Gunn may have said too much. Now, Miller does in fact know how the game's campaign ends, as well as what the ending game will be and many of their post-launch plans. I'm not going to say anything about what I know because spoilers, and WB would also nuke this video. But fans of DC are definitely going to be getting more games in the future, and not just part of the Arkhamverse. But what about Batman? They obviously have multiple ways they can handle new Batman games now that Kevin Conroy is gone. They could have a member of the Bat family like Dick Grayson take over, and there's plenty of material from the comics they can draw from for that. Or they can finally make a Batman Beyond game, which is...
I want this to happen so badly. I need this to happen so badly. I really want a Batman Beyond game to happen so badly. Or at least, well, with Nightwing still being in the Arkhamverse. Nightwing would make it right. Ooh. But it's a Batman Beyond game would go crazy. The combat. Oh my god, the combat. And you can introduce Damian. Oh my god. And you can introduce Damian Wayne to the story. Well, scratch. You don't need to introduce Damian Wayne. I know a lot of people hate him, so don't. But like, I like him as a character. I like Damian as a Robin. Like, well, I like Damian like as a character. Well, I like him as a Robin just because of the fact that Bruce didn't have to teach him. Like, Batman didn't have to teach him how to fight at all.
There's going to be a movie starring Michael Keaton that WB
Like, okay, like here's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Damien flat out was born to throw hands. Not only stop.
unfortunately canceled. Either would be a great way to continue with the Batman legacy, but don't expect the games to be limited to Batman. As you'll see, there's a lot they can do with the Arkhamverse besides trying to recreate the magic of Arkham City, and I'm here for all of it. It's about time DC got more aggressive when it comes to putting out new games. Unfortunately, some of those plans won't be for everybody, and some fans are already furious about this other announcement. I'll break it all down in the next video on screen.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. Someone said, "Who let this designer cook?" But I'm gonna play some more Batman right now, though. I wanna play some more Batman real quick. Chat, we'll be playing some more Batman. I just want to I'm gonna be playing some more Batman. We're gonna check out another video too. Where am I? Oh, the subway terminal. Right there. Okay. Right in the middle. Island. Ow. Controller. Bro, I really want to go inside Almay's house as well. Oh, Peter's house now. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, so close to making it. Okay, go ahead. You have to.
waiting to prove that I am better than you. Come and see me, if you dare.
Okay, so it's in the middle area. Bro, it's been so long since I played Arkham City, bro. Where the fuck? Okay, so yeah, it should be. Yeah, I was right. So it should be up here. Oh, so I literally gotta go back to the way that I came. Okay, that makes sense. All right. All right. So I go back the way that I came right here.
What the hell is happening down there? Hello? Is someone gonna answer me? I'll give you one simple task. Stick up a couple of freaking machines. And what? You couldn't even get that right? I hope Batman broke every bone in your stupid bodies. I hope you're lying there, desperately trying to breathe through fractured ribs and punctured lungs. And if you're not, you better summon up whatever strength you've got left and run. Because after I'm done with the Bat, you're all next.
Compartment. ticket. That's the thing, is that I really was hoping for that too.
They say Joker poisoned Batman. Is he gonna die too? Hope so.
Tiger Command, this is Air Tiger 7.
You said Batman couldn't get past the jammers.
I did it. I don't know how we did it. Penguin's Batman. He's here.
I don't care where you've gone. I'll find you someday and kick the living. Go on, Bat. Run away. Hide. Wherever you've gone, Batman, I'll find you. I see you're too scared to face me. Batman! It's Batman!
Alright, let's go. Now that I actually figured it out. I thought there was like some sort of secret entrance or something. Bro, where am I punching?
Sure this hurts you, Bat.
Can't die? No way I'll work for Cobblepot.
Audio log. All right, Penguin. And yes, I'm streaming for a good solid 2 today.
Welcome to the Cyrus Pinckney Natural History Institute. All visitors must be searched as part of our ongoing commitment to keep you safe. Protect the unique collection we have on display. All visitors should be sure to check out our latest attraction, Creatures from the Deep, in the Aquatic Observation Chamber. All visitors with a valid ticket or concession card can enjoy a discount at the nearby world-famous
Can I actually enjoy it? Dinosaur.
Welcome to the Cyrus Pinckney Natural History Institute.
Whoa!
Is a bipedal ongoing commitment that roams the land protecting the unique Gotham City over 65 million years ago. Check out our latest attraction.
Go to hell. I said I'm not telling you nothing.
I hoped you'd say that. What say we start?
Look out, it's Batman!
Ooh. I definitely need to play some more Batman.
There's something strange about that prisoner. I should talk to him, find out what's going on. You're safe for now.
Thank God.
You may want to hold off on thanking him until after you've answered my question. Who are you?
Sorry, man. I'm a cop. Gordon sent us in here. I'm from the 13th Precinct, part of the strike team. Been in here since the beginning.
If Gordon sent you, you'll know the code.
Oh, yeah. He said, oh, man, what was it?
The code. Now.
It's Sarah. He said to tell you the code is Sarah.
You're safe, officer.
Okay.
It's Jones, Batman. Elvis Jones.
Gordon always said he planned on sending your team in.
Yeah, he wanted to know what was going on in here. I guess we found out. There were 10 of us. Hopefully, there still are.
I told Gordon it was too dangerous to send you in. Stay here. If the rest of your team is alive, I'll find them.
Duh.
A remote-controlled batarang can hit switches that are out of reach.
Hold it back. I need some more control on this. Alright, I need more control on this thing. Okay, watch. There we go. Another gladiator pit?
Help me!
The penguin.
I wouldn't do that if I was you. Show them what we got. So, Batman, you here for the cops, the Iceman, or me?
I was only here for Freeze and the hostages. But now, I'm taking you down too.
Ooh, aren't you scary?
You're about to find out.
Am I really? Listen, I'm what you might call a collector. If someone wants it, I like to think I've got it. And if I don't have it, I'll get it. So here's the thing. Back there, I've got a cabinet with your name on it, just waiting to be filled. And, as luck would have it, here you are, standing just where I want you. So, what do you think? Are you gonna be a good boy and give up nicely?
You're not giving orders here anymore, Cobblepot.
I was hoping you'd say that. Look around you. This horrible bunch of psychopaths are all begging to join up with me. But unfortunately for them, I only take the best. And today, best means whoever can kill you. Come on out, lads. It's initiation time. Get around him! Hit him!
Especially right here.
You're gonna die tonight.
All right, lock in with the combos.
Stop acting like a bunch of girls!
Time to retire, fat.
Boom.
You weren't supposed to do that, Batman. You're forcing me to bring out the big guns.
Another Bane.
Oh, he doesn't look happy to see you, Batman. Good luck.
We are gonna hurt you, Bedford. This'll be easy, Batman.
We got another Bane. Gladiator.
I found Penguin.
And Mr. Freeze, have you located the cure yet?
Not yet. The situation is worse than I thought. Penguin has a supply of the Titan formula.
He's got what? How do you get Titan off Arkham Island? What's going on here? Your suit's bio readings are spiking.
Nice of you to join us, Oracle. Alfred, bring Barbara up to speed.
Of course.
But
I'll be in touch.
Nah, we can't go that way either. No, we can't go this way. Are there any like generators around? No, there's no generators around. All right, so oh yeah, remote battery. You always gotta make sure I use it. All right. Jurassic. Elevator. All right, now all I need to do is actually get collector proof. All right, yeah, we need to turn this to like the right. So if that button opens that side. Alright, now I actually know. I was gonna say, because if that pulls up to this side. Pull this up. Bro, it's cold. I'm hoping that it's gonna be Mr. Freeze for the next one. Rubbing for Freeze too. I love Mr. Freeze. I'm sorry, he has the cold gun?
Stay where I can see you, Batman. You wouldn't believe the fight the old snowman put up. Still, I got what I wanted. That's all that matters. Hold still, boy. No! No! When you're done in here, feel free to join me in the Iceberg Lounge so I can kick your ass again. Enjoy the copsicle.
Over here, please.
The ice looks unstable. I need to move slowly. Take my time.
Please, help me.
Hold on. You should be safe here.
Thank you.
Are you from the 13th precinct? Where's the rest of your team?
There are two more guys in this room. Penguin froze them up, then went after me. I ran and... well, I guess you saw what happened.
I'll get them. You wait here and try to warm up. The undercover cops need my help. If I leave them in the ice, they'll freeze to death. The undercover cops need my help. If I leave them in the ice, they'll freeze to death.
Oh, they were all around me. Okay. Oh my, okay.
And there was me thinking it
Okay.
was going to be difficult.
Alright,
Get him
alright,
out of
alright.
here.
Yes, I am coming back with more Spider-Man content soon.
Please, someone, help me!
I'm able to backfall this.
Over here! I'm over here! Over here! I'm over here!
There we go.
It's so cold. Where did Penguin get that gun?
He stole it from Mr. Freeze. I'm getting it back.
He stole it.
Stay here for now.
No problem, sir. There are more of us.
If they're still alive, I'll find them.
What do you think of the Chainsaw Man movie? I'm watching it for sure. Dang, it's kind of all right. So here's what we're gonna do. I know I said I was on stream for 2, but I kind of low-key really want to make that video. But I want to stream again tomorrow though. I know that we can actually get past this. Bro, I wanted to break on purpose. Actually, you know what? Explosive gel. I wonder if it can go through.
Having a little lie down, are ya? Enjoy it. It's your last.
Yeah. Alright, so we made it far at least. Alright, so chat, I know I've been putting it off, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get off for today, honestly. Yeah, I have another video idea coming out, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm dropping another video today. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Anyways, see you guys later. Peace.